Welcome to the City Current Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference and powering the good in our community. And we love talking about the Junior League of Memphis. They do so much good. We're honored to be with Dr. Erin Watson. She is the chair of the Develop H.E.R Women's Summit with the Junior League of Memphis. And so, Dr. Watson, how are you doing?
I'm doing great today. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned, the Junior League of Memphis does tremendous good here in the Mid-South, but give us a little bit, when you talk about the context for the organization, give us a little bit about the background for Junior League of Memphis.
So the Junior League of Memphis is an organization. We're nationwide, but obviously the one in Memphis. We're very excited because this year, actually tomorrow, we'll be celebrating 100 years of us being founded within Memphis and making an impact in the community. So this is a great time. We're super excited. The Junior League of Memphis actually has a very strong foothold in the community. What we stand for is the development of women, seeing their potential, and then acting out that potential within the community. So it's one of the things that when you join the Junior League, it is a volunteer organization. So anyone can join. You sign up and you have to do a lot of different things within the community, just requirements so that you can get your feet wet with all of the different opportunities that we have. But it's great because, we want like-minded women who want to develop their potential and want to help the community. So we're excited, celebrating 100 years and just really working strong in the community.
Absolutely. Talk about how it works in terms of stepping in, because there are different phases. And so talk about where you start, and then kind of we'll build in this educational component.
Okay. So where you start is, you feel like you want to be interested, you can go to our website, jlmmemphis.org, or if you know someone. That's how I found out about JLM. I moved from Atlanta, and a friend of mine in residency actually was in Junior League of Memphis, and she kept volunteering at different things. She's like, do you want to come read to these kids? Hey, do you want to come help, help feed some of these kids, different things like that. And that's how I got interested. So you can either know a friend who tells you about it, or simply go online and there'll be an application that you can fill out. Your first year is what we call your provisional year. And that basically means, like I mentioned earlier, that you sign up and you have to go to so many meetings, but the meetings specifically let you know more about the different programs we have. You are required to do so many hours spread out over the programs, not all of the programs. You get to kind of look and hear from all of the wonderful ladies over the programs and choose where you want to get involved. So you could do our refugee empowerment program, you can do our community garden program. But as a provisional, we do ask that you get your hands in a lot of the different activities. And so there are requirement and hours for that. After you've completed those requirements, then you will have your active year. So your provisional year. And then after that, you'll have so many active years. Your active years start out at the end of each year. You get to go through what we call placements, where you get to put on a form, 1 through however many you want, and decide which placement that you want. And this is great because this is where people take chances. You're like, hey, I'm a little bit interested in this, or hey, I might want to be a leader in that. And that's where the development part really falls in place with the Junior League. And so after you get placed in that next year, that is your placement, and that's what you work on for the entire year. And it just keeps cycling until eventually, I think after 10 years, you become a sustainer where you don't have as many requirements, but you're still active and can participate where you like.
What's been your favorite experience so far?
My favorite experience has been able to do community service. Prior to joining the Junior League and moving to Memphis and being new to Memphis, I just tried to volunteer in so many different ways. And so what was very enticed me about the Junior League was that I was able to come in. And like I said, within the first year, because it is a requirement, you actually have to do so many community service hours. You have to do so many leadership hours. And it was great because it was exactly what I was looking for, was getting in the community, finding out more about Memphis, and actually helping and and seeing that you're making a real difference. So that was the biggest thing for me. And then the second thing is just the friendships that I've developed. A lot of my close friends since moving to Memphis, I actually met in the Junior League. We started together. I just met them while I was volunteering somewhere and they were volunteering. So I just think it's great.
How has being a part of Junior League of Memphis kind of changed the way you look at the city and your ability to make a difference? Because as you mentioned, you came here obviously from Atlanta. So how has being a part of the organization kind of changed your outlook and your perspective on how much of a difference you can make?
It changed it tremendously before. As you mentioned, I'm a physician. So, I do make a difference, obviously, at work and my patients' lives and things like that. But a lot of times I like to do things outside of medicine. And so it gave me so many opportunities outside of medicine. So like the MAM program, where you're actually interacting with young girls after school program, reading to them, playing with them, and hearing about their life and kind of giving them advice and things like that. You can do Extra Hands, which is basically all of the different events throughout the city, whether it be a, give back organization, or whether it be, prior to COVID, the American Heart Association Gala or something like that. You're actually able to attend those things by volunteering for an hour or two, and then you get to stay and witness these things and kind of network. So it's the best of both worlds all around. You get to love on people, but then you also get to meet people. And that really changed my life because, like I said, not only do I get to work directly in the community, but I've met a lot of people and been able to network as well.
Education is a big part of what you do, including, we'll talk about the summit, but talk about overall the importance of education when it comes to Junior League of Memphis.
Education is very important. We want to make sure that everyone is on the same playing field, and those that come from, lower income, lower educational systems and things like that. We pride ourselves on doing things, for example, where we read to the kindergarten students during the day. That is an actual placement, and I volunteer with that, and that is amazing. We have Grow in Binghamton, where we try to teach them on financial literacy for the parents and making sure that kids get more involved. We have Kids in the Kitchen, where you have education about proper nutrition and getting them more involved with how to actually, cook these meals at home, make good meals and good nutritional things. So we span across the board with the type of educational things that we do, which I love about the league, because it's not just school, which school is great, but there's a lot of other things that you need to learn. Like I mentioned, the food and financial literacy and volunteering and things like that.
Tie that now to education when it comes to training and equipping and empowering the women who go and serve, because I think there's a huge piece of this, as you mentioned, that's experiential in terms of getting your hands and physically serving and how that leads to leadership growth. And then there's the training and the education and the piece that puts in that really is focused on enrichment and engagement and empowerment that is very important as well. So talk about it when it comes to the workshops, the seminars, and the summit, right, in terms of the importance for the women.
So it's very important that as women, we don't feel that we only have one box to check, one life to lead. We're all born with special talents and abilities. Yours may be photography, so you may want to be a photographer for the league. Yours may be something behind the scenes, such as writing grants and things like that. Or you may not even know that, hey, you're eloquent with words. You might be an amazing writer. So like I said, one of our mission is developing the potential of women. And and another thing about it is that the current women in the league, they mentor you. Even if you don't ask for it, we're always paying attention to someone that might stand out with a certain strong suit or a certain attribute and try to say, hey, maybe next year you may want your placement to be this. And a lot of times, you're very excited to just kind of give things a try. And from that, you realize that, hey, this might be a strong suit for you. And not only just within the league, you can take it over to your professional life. You may know now that you have a gift for fundraising, and that might help with your job or a new career or things like that. So the development, the potential of women isn't only, just for our programs, it really does carry over into your life. And so it's a holistic type of thing when you become a member of the Junior League.
Yeah, I love it. Let's talk about the Develop H.E.R Women's Summit. The date is Friday, March 25th. Go ahead and give us some context for the Develop H.E.R Women's Summit, and then we'll dive into everything that we can expect for this year.
Okay. Well, this will be the 6th year running, formerly known as the Memphis Women's Summit. This is our centennial year. We wanted to try to change things up, rebrand a little bit. So wanted to keep in line with the Junior League's mission, the development of women that I've stated several times. We decided to name the new summit Develop H.E.R. H.E.R stands for Healing, Empowerment, and Results. We want you to leave feeling healed, not only, emotionally and physically and at your job and work, life balance, things like that go into it. And it's just been a very influential summit for the last 6 years. We normally have up to 400 guests, which is great. Normally we're completely sold out when we get closer to the event. And women normally leave just most of the time always coming back. That's one of the things that we know. If you came last year, we do fill out a survey for the new people that come every year. They always say, I was there last year, I'm bringing someone else. So bring a friend. You will not want to miss it. It's just influential and just so much fun too.
Talk about what we can expect for this year.
So this year, our keynote speaker is going to be Sarah Thomas, which we are so excited about. We announced this at our membership. I mean, people just let out a scream, and I was so happy. That means we chose the right keynote speaker. She is the first NFL officiant. I don't know if you all are, any of the viewers are into football, but she actually officiated the Super Bowl last year. So we are super excited that she said yes. She is very exciting, and she's going to be talking about her experience and specifically breaking the glass ceiling, how to get outside of the box, how to break a barrier that might be in place. For her, it was a male-dominated field. For others, it might be any other type of barrier. So I'm very much looking forward to hearing from her. We also have, the summit is broken into 4 tracks, so where they're simultaneous speakers, but you get to choose. So we have a leadership track, we have a financial development track, community development track, and also a self-care track. So all 4 of those things. And so we have speakers that will be speaking to all things, everyone before they come. And also, let me put a plug in for our website real quick, Develop H.E.R. When you go to that website, you'll see our actual schedule that tells the different track and who's speaking. So before you come, you can choose that this session, you may want to hear leadership. Next session, you may want to hear about finance. The last one, you want to hear about self-care. So there's so many different speakers. There's luncheon panels that's going to be moderated by Kanji Anthony. It's just going to be a lot going on. And then the fun part is that we have vendors there who will come and you can go to different booths. We'll have Kendra Scott that's going to do a pop-up event there. And we're working on our vendors right now, but we have a lot in the works that is going to be exciting. So it's a whole day. It starts at 9 and it's over after the keynote speaker at 3:30. You get lunch, you get breakfast, and then you get the vendors and the speakers in between. So it's a whole day event, but it's very, very much the development of you holistically.
I know that sponsorships are available. Talk about tickets, prices. How do we start plugging in?
Okay, so tickets right now are available on Eventbrite. If you have that app on your phone, I know a lot of people do, but if not, you can go to our website, developherws.org. At the very top, as soon as you get on there, it says buy your ticket today. So right now, we still have our early bird pricing, which is $125. After January the 31st, it goes up to $150. Sponsorship is definitely available. If you go to our website at the very bottom, you'll see where it says Michelle Nixon at jlmemphis.org. That is who you can reach out to. She is phenomenal at fundraising, phenomenal at talking to you a little bit more about it. And we would love to get our sponsorship packet in your hand, which goes a little bit more into detail about the different things that you get for sponsorship, such as so many tickets to the event. After Sarah speaks, we will have a specific VIP where you do have to buy a separate ticket for that, but people love it because you can meet the keynote speaker, you can talk with her, you can, get autographs, take pictures, do all of those type of things. So if you're a sponsor, you get so many already. If you buy tickets, you can add that on as well. So
what for you personally, what are you looking forward to the most?
I am looking forward to the end of the day when everyone is leaving, and I probably won't be able to see their smiles as much anymore since we'll be having masks, but you can still see their eyes and just the way that people leave saying that. I mean, it's like an excited, like if you leave a sports game, how everyone is just excited and talking in the lobby. It ends up being that type of experience. So I get very excited seeing how much a difference in all of our hard work, how much we really, we start planning for this way back in April and June and May. And so seeing how much it really touches women. And then when we get the surveys back and they tell us the things that they plan on applying to their lives, that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
You mentioned it before and a couple of times throughout, but mention again, website, where do we go to learn more about the summit? Also, Junior League of Memphis overall. What other contact information does everyone need to know and have so we can be in the loop on everything?
Okay. So the Develop H.E.R website is developher.ws.org. And then the Junior League of Memphis is juniorleagueofmemphis.org as well. If you have any questions and you're like, I can't remember any of that, and you just remember Women's Summit, you can contact me directly, Women's Summit at jlmmemphis.org as well.
And that date, once again, is Friday, March 25th. And so Friday, March 25th is the date at the University of Memphis, and looking forward to it for sure. So Develop H.E.R Women's Summit. Dr. Erin Watson, thank you for all you do, and thank you for coming on the show. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. And please tell everyone, get your tickets. Oh, and by the way, men can come as well. You can buy a keynote only speaker to where you want to just come at the end of the day and see Sarah Thomas. So men are invited. If any of you want to come and see her, hear her, meet her after, you can buy a VIP ticket. You can buy a keynote only ticket. We have a lot of different options of ticket buying throughout the day.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Dr. Watson. Greatly appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.